and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am one of the students. My name is Devon.
I'm the other student. My name's Morgan.
And I'm the teacher. My name's Dan. And this week... Actually, hang on. Let me turn off my air conditioner. Sorry about that. Anyways, this week, we're talking about Sonic Adventure 1.
Get a load of this.
Get a load of this! That gets said a lot in these in this episode.
A surprising amount.
Yeah. I know it's kind of a meme in the Sonic fan base to get him to say that just because he said it so much in this game. So...
I can't believe it.
No way! I can't believe this! So, we've got a bit of news. Not a whole lot, just two things. First off, there is Sonic the Hedgehog DLC for Minecraft to celebrate the 30th anniversary. This includes, models, some sort of, endless runner mode, it looks like, based on the descriptions. A whole bunch of assets. I don't understand if this is, a custom server, or... Okay, I'm just gonna read off this, article, and we can figure it out. Let's see. Let's see. Phew! You'll have to give me a second. I ran all the way over here. I am a little out of breath. I was busy playing the new Sonic DLC when I realized it's Sonic's 30th birthday tomorrow, and I'm already late for the party. Sadly, I was sweating profusely before I started sprinting, though there's no real excuse for that. Maybe the trailer will reveal how Sonic has yet to break a sweat after 3 decades of running, but all it takes for me is a glance at my sneakers. And there's a link to the trailer. What a relief! I never have to make up an excuse for not voluntarily jogging, because now I have an infinite 3D runner at my fingertips. I can get all the need for speed my system craves in the different acts and procedurally generated locations instead. Boring forest trail, tired beach route, pass. I'll stick to the Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant Zone, thank you very much. Look, before we go any further, let me address the elephant in the room. Yes, there are rings to collect. They are the blockiest rings you have ever laid eyes on, and I love them. I'm not saying there was anything wrong with the original rings, but these right angles just feel right. The rings aren't the only thing that Sonic brought with him. There's also plenty of obstacles to dash past, bosses to defeat, and momentum to build as you run towards a high score.
I have a question. Why did Sonic say he prefers the Chemical Plant Zone? I thought he hates it there.
I mean...
Man, this forest path is boring. I love chemicals.
I mean, I should note this is on the official Minecraft website.
I crave the clemical. The clemical?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they replaced the Mega Mac TM with, some sort of purple juice. Possibly grape Kool-Aid or, Oh,
he wants that purple flurp.
Yeah, purple flurp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So... Sonic isn't only known for his speed or spikes, but also as a generous celebrator of birthdays. He doesn't expect gifts on his special day, he hands out his own. That's classy. Get your hands on a character creator item available for free in the Minecraft Marketplace. You can also celebrate Sonic's birthday by joining the special server event. Starting soon, The Hive are hosting a 2-week server hub takeover featuring mini-games and a few festive surprises. I heard a rumor that something special is happening on one of the weekends, so make sure to check in regularly. Keep an eye on @Minecraft on Twitter for details. Hurry up and get the Sonic the Hedgehog DLC so I can meet you at the finish line. Go on, I'll be there as soon as I can catch my breath. So, yeah. They put in characters, looks like some sort of endless runner mode. There's also... I've seen some things, like, apparently they put, like, a whole bunch of, like, they put Chow, and they put, like, a room with, like, assets in it, like Chow the Hedgehog's motorcycle. I saw a post on Twitter, showing off, like, an Enderman Chow. Yeah. So that's Minecraft. Sonic the Hedgehog, will fall into a spike pit in Minecraft. But, yeah. So, that's the one thing. The other thing I wanted to announce was yesterday, on June 23rd, 2021, Sonic the Hedgehog's 30th anniversary passed, and, they did this thing called the Sonic Symphony, which was this 3-part musical event.
Fucking at work during this.
Yeah. They did put it in prime working hours. But it was just this musical event of Sonic music. The first part was a sort of like, you know, orchestral section. They had this orchestra play like these medleys of Sonic music, stuff from Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, not CD, but they did have an entire section just for like Game Gear games. Then it moved on to like 2000 Sonic games, 2010 Sonic games. There was, like, confusion in the chat whenever there was, like, an omission. Like, they omitted, like, colors and heroes. But then it turns out, at the end of the orchestral section, that's when they start playing colors, because, you know, the remastered version's coming out in a couple months.
Oh.
That's how you hook them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The second section was Tomoyo Otani's band. Yeah, Tomoyo Otani's band playing like a number of songs from more recent Sonic games. Well, I use that term loosely. Like there was some, I believe there was stuff from Unleashed, Colors, and Lost World. I know there is other stuff, but it's not immediately coming to mind. It was pretty good. And then they got to the real reason everyone came here. Crush 40. They got everyone from Crush 40 back together to put on a performance of like all of Crush 40's songs.
God.
That they use, all their big songs. So you've got Open Your Heart, Live and Learn, Sonic Heroes, I Am All of Me. They had the song from, what's it called? They had the song from Team Sonic Racing, which came out a year or two back, and is the most recent song they've like done for a Sonic game.
Wait, okay. So does Crush 40 still like do stuff for Sonic games? Like will they /
Yeah, I know like it's a band formed by the composer for the Sonic games, Jun Senue. Yeah. But yeah, there just hasn't been as many Sonic games these days. But
yeah, true.
To be fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It whipped ass. It was amazing. I got excited. I sang along.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, there was one part, like, when they started playing the Shadow song, Jun Senoway put back his, like, Sonic guitar he was using up to that point and pulled out a Shadow the Hedgehog guitar.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That fucking
That's
rules.
incredible.
Yeah, it was cool. I fucking loved it. Like the last two songs were from Sonic Adventure 2, City Escape, or Escape from the City. That's what it's called.
Love Escape from the City.
And finally, Live and Learn. Just amazing stuff. If you have like the time, I definitely recommend looking up the Sonic Symphony on YouTube. The whole thing's there. It does look like something called... Oh, I'll have to look at this later. It's something called Sonic Official. I think it's just a thing they do. It's some thing they do with the people who run the Sonic Twitter these days, or something. Their PR department. I'll check it out later. I think it's like a roundtable discussion with like showcasing like fan stuff and Sonic news. I'll look into that. I'll talk about that in another episode. Let's see. But in the meantime, that's it for news. So... Oh, there is one other bit of news that was announced during the Sonic Symphony, which is that, I'm forgetting his name. The Dreams Come True guy. Let's see. Oh yeah, Masato Nakamura is like, getting together with like, I assume getting together with other Dreams Come True members to put on a performance, or not a performance. They're going to release a new single, which is a lyrical version of Green Hill Zone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like famously, the ending of Sonic Adventure 2 was a song that they had composed previously and had lyrics. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. So, let's get into Sonic Adventure 1. And we have the perfect way to recap. Because this game, although it wasn't shown in the gameplay we watched, it has a recap system. Like, whenever you, like, get past a certain checkpoint, if you close the game and start it up again... and you select that character's story, you'll get a little recap. I assume this is here because, like, you've got 6 characters to play as, and maybe you're, like, swapping between one another. So you get, like, a little introduction to themselves, and then, like, a little recap of what they were saying.
It is kind of weird sometimes when, like, a character just shows up. Like, Knuckles just showed up.
It's so funny, actually.
Sonic was like, well, there you are.
Yeah.
It's actually so funny when you're about to fight Chaos, and Big the Cat just goes, "Hey, my frog!"
Yeah.
Oh, my froggy! Just, oh, hey.
When we get to talk about... when we get to talk about Big Story, that's... His whole thing there is
I'll be popping
so
hues
good.
the whole time.
But for now... Yeah. I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Hang on, I should do that in a proper voice. I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Tails and I jumped into my plane and flew after Eggman. but the egg carrier attacked us. The tornado was damaged, and we crash-landed. I landed in Station Square. I think that's where I got separated from Tails. I'm sure he'll be okay by himself, but maybe I should go and find him anyway. And we pick up from there.
This opening scene is incredibly funny.
Yeah, it's Sonic falling from the sky while what sounds like some sort of video game sound effect just plays. Not like a Genesis sound effect, but like an Atari sound effect. And he like lands in the beach and he's like, "Hey, Tails, where's Tails? Tails?"
Yeah, what the fuck? I was like,
I would like to remind everyone.
Remember.
I would like to remind everyone for the next 30 minutes of gameplay we talk about, Sonic is supposed to be looking for his probably injured friend Tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, they just forget about that. First of all, I forget what happened to Tails. Second of all, Tails does show up and he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to see that later. Because the thing about this game is you get to control every character and see their story. And eventually we'll get to go to do Tails' story and see what happened to him then. So Sonic pulls himself out of the sand. There's like a girl standing in front of him and he says, "You're not Tails." And he just starts looking around.
The camera lingers on this girl.
You're not Tails.
The camera lingers on this girl for so long. And I was like, oh, she's definitely like gonna say something or be important or like do anything. No.
Nope.
Nuh-uh. She just stands there.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So Sonic goes off to find Tails, and while he's looking through Station Square, he runs into Amy Rose. And right off the bat, Amy Rose tells him, "I need you to be a bodyguard for this bird. It's important." Sonic doesn't have time for this, but I guess Amy and the bird tag along anyways.
You can play as Amy now.
Yeah.
Incredibly funny. She just walks up and she's like, "Someone needs to bodyguard this bird." And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Anyways, I still am gonna follow you."
Anyways, I'm here.
Anyways, hi.
Yeah.
Hope I don't get kidnapped in 2 seconds.
And she is.
Yeah, because shortly after, they run into the entrance to Twinkle Park, a theme park in Station Square, and chasing after her is a robot that, for the sake of convenience, I will just say his name. It's Zero.
I thought his name was Omega for some reason.
No, Omega's later.
Omega's another character, but he's way later, like Sonic Heroes. It's alright. So this robot's here, but Amy notices there's a discount going on at Twinkle Park, and it says cute couples get in free. And she just like goes inside, and I guess Sonic follows her. And I guess they split off because she doesn't show up until after this stage. But Sonic goes through Twinkle Park, and we get our next stage.
Hey, what a cool fucking amusement park
whips.
This is.
It's really cool. It's funny because earlier today I was listening to Slappers Only, another noise-based podcast, and they were talking about amusement parks and video games because Super Mario Sunshine has one, and like they mentioned Twinkle Park, and I was like, that's a dumb name, but actually, it's a really cool level. But like. I don't know. It's like...
Yeah.
I like the idea that this Twinkle Park isn't like a standard amusement park in which you like go in and have fun and go to rides. No, it like forces you into one trajectory, and that is bumper cars, into go-kart racing, into an extremely cool roller coaster, into obstacle course.
Yeah. it's just a big linear. It's one big ride, and it keeps becoming other rides.
More amusement parks should do this.
Yeah.
Or bowling pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bowling.
It becomes a bowling. It becomes a bowling.
You have to get a perfect strike if you want to get further.
So like,
Damn,
like,
I would just get stuck.
you can also get like, yeah, like the whole first section is like this bumper cars section you jump in, and then it turns into a racing section. Then it goes into the next segment, which starts off on a roller coaster, and you like just get to like run around for a while. It's got like this. It's got like good music. The aesthetics are clearly like meant to be like some sort of Japanese theme park, some sort of like vaguely Disney-esque thing. You like run around it. It's cool.
Disney presents Sonic Adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a Twinkle Park. I don't think I have anything else to say on it. It's just really cool, and it's got a lot of assets. Like, there's, the bowling asset where, you sort of, like, spin into the pins, and if you get a strike, then, like, you get awarded rings.
Yeah.
I would just like to, as we leave Twinkle Park, remind everyone once again, Sonic is concerned about his friend Tails, who could be injured dead.
Yeah, he's gotta find Tails. He's completely forgotten about Tails and Amy, because not long after he finishes the stage, he sees... No, wait. That's later. He forgets about Amy.
No, he proceeds to run around the city.
Yeah, he goes to, he has completely forgotten about Amy and seemingly Tails. Right now, his priority is going to the next stage of the game, Speed Highway. By the way, Speed
Highway reminds me of something in Sonic Adventure 2. It reminds me of the city, whatever it's called. Not the city where...
Radical Highway?
The city. Yeah, I think it's called Radical Highway. I haven't played in like over a decade, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, Speed Highway, it's a big city section. Like, the first thing is, like, running down these highways and along buildings.
At night, specifically.
Yeah, it's got this really cool theme that has, like, this guy saying, up and down and all around. Unfortunately, the person we were watching got the audio glitch with the invincibility again, and halfway through it's just playing the invincibility theme on repeat.
Yeah, I also heard it at like 2 times speed, so...
Oh, the Nightcore version.
Yeah! Well, not the high pitch, it just... So...
That's how Sonic listens to his music.
If you're watching on YouTube at 2 times speed, it doesn't, like, pitch it up. It just makes it faster. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's uncanny. Yeah. I can see why they'd want to do it. Just because, like, I assume if you're watching at 2 times speed, you're doing it to watch it faster, and maybe the high voices would be distracting. But anyways, you get Speed Highway, then after, like, this first, like, highways and, like, rooftop section, you get this section where you're running down a building. It's cool. It's sort of like an auto runner thing. Like, you can, like, bump into pillars and stuff. Then, after that section, it's morning, and you're going through some more streets in morning traffic. I do
love the player of this who just simply stands there and waits for a car to hit him.
Yeah, they're, like, also, like, just to mention, like, after they finish this section, they just, like, I'm bored. I'm going to try to ride on top of one of the cars in the hub world.
And they do it.
Yeah.
Extremely funny.
Yeah. Yeah, but eventually, Sonic, after having all that fun running around two of the best stages in the game, he realizes he forgot about Amy, or more specifically, he is reminded because he sees Zero carrying Amy off on the overhead train tracks into the Mystic Ruins. So he has to take a train to the Mystic Ruins where he can head them off and save Amy. But, as it turns out, as he's ambushing Zero at the Mystic Ruins, the egg carrier shows up. And it tractor beams Zero up into it. It doesn't tractor beam Sonic though, so he has to find another way. I assume the reason he does this... Yeah? Yeah?
I do love the fake out of a boss battle that was happening there.
Yeah.
Of the lighting get all dramatic and Sonic be like, oh yeah, let's fucking go. And then them being like, okay, bye now.
Psych.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight that in Amy's story. But for now, Sonic decides he's going to, climb up a mountain to see if he can catch up that way.
Sonic remembers that Tails is alive.
Yeah. And we get... Well, in order to get there, he has to, get an upgrade, called the Mystic Light, which lets him do a weird variant on the homing attack that is only used, once for real, and, can be used other times, but is, completely useless. And he, destroys this monkey that's, blocking the entrance to the next stage, which is Red Mountain. So, Red Mountain is... Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a red mountain. There's, pipes and stuff sticking out of the mountain. You can, you run around, there's, zip lines. And eventually you get to the second half, which is inside a volcano. In this section you get some really cool music. There's I don't think it was easy to spot in the footage, but there's these jail cells with ghosts in them.
Oh.
And there's rising lava. Yeah. It's very weird. I would love to know the lore of this place. Also, it does seem to be on Knuckles' floating island, so that's somewhere over there. But yeah, Sonic gets to the end. He sees Tails. He's got a new plane. It's blue now.
Tails is alright.
Is fine. He's just fine.
Hey, Sonic. Did you think I was hurt or dead? Sonic, I'm fine.
Yeah. Sonic gets on the plane and they fly off into, Sky Chase Act 2. This time it's stormy, you're in a blue plane, and, about halfway through, Tails reveals this new plane, the Tornado 2's secret ability, which is that it can transform. A little robot arm comes out and holds up Sonic while the rest of it transforms into this more sci-fi modern looking plane.
Yeah, it's weird.
A lot of ships transform A lot of ships transforming in these.
Yeah.
In these here episodes.
It also, like, notably doesn't have landing gear in this mode. Because they, like, crash into the carrier.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will be a surprise tool that'll help us later.
The tornado is going to be a surprise tool that helps us later when we get to one of the later stories.
Ooh.
Yeah. But for now, Sonic and Tails are on the egg carrier again, but Robotnik, or Eggman, in order to, like, stop them from, doing anything, transforms the egg carrier into its second form, where it's got, like, huge wings. And I guess it's more, like, attack ready. It's got sharper angles and stuff. Now that it's transformed, Sonic and Tails will have to go through the Sky Deck. And the Sky Deck is basically just Sonic running around the egg carrier. Like, there's an underside he has to run around with, like, a big cannon that shoots at him. Then he has to, like, run along the wings. And finally, he runs around on the top, but, like, on the top section, like, occasionally the ship changes direction and suddenly you're running on, like, the side or the walls and whatnot. It's a cool stage.
Yeah.
Sonic gets to the end of the Sky Deck, and let's see, I need to check my notes because I don't remember the exact order of what happens next. Okay, so Sonic runs into Amy and Eggman and the bird. Eggman grabs the bird and pulls out from this amulet the bird's had around its neck the whole time. A Chaos Emerald.
That I totally noticed.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, we didn't mention it.
Yeah, gonna be honest, the first time I thought he just, like, pulled a gem out of the bird.
Yeah, me too. I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
It's really weird.
He just reached down the bird and said, "Give me that."
This bird
that bird, like,
fuck.
And also, like, even if it is in the amulet, or, like, the amulet is much smaller than the actual emerald. It just comes out.
Well, that's the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
It's like Cramorant the Pokemon where it can, like, shove Pikachu in its beak.
That's the power of the Chaos Emeralds. They fit into tiny amulets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And too bad to disguise them.
Yeah. And now that he's got the emerald, he needs some help. He doesn't need Amy, but he does need to get rid of Sonic. So he sends out Gamma. Gamma's this big robot with, like, Gamma's a big robot with, like, skinny limbs. He's got a gun for a hand. He's got a very...
Gamma's introduction is funny.
Yeah.
Because he rises up on a platform and Robotnik's like, "Kill them all, get rid of them." And then he jumps, does this weird little floating animation, and then just goes back to, like, a weird idle animation halfway through.
Yeah. Sonic faces off against Gamma, and the player defeats Gamma very easily. Gamma has, like, homing rockets, but that's no match for Sonic.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know this was a boss fight because I turned away for 5 seconds and it was over.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And just as Sonic is about to land the final blow on Gamma, Amy stops him. She tells him, "This robot is my friend. He helped me. Don't hurt him."
I assume that's, like, the Amy story.
Yeah.
In the time she got
And Gamma
in the
story
time she
as
got kidnapped by this robot and a bird, she befriended him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I thought Zero's name was Omega, though,
Yeah.
because Gamma,
I miss Omega.
Alpha, Beta, Gamma,
Yeah.
Omega.
I mean, mhm.
Unfortunate
Eventually,
name.
I mean, they're always talking about alpha males, beta males, sigma males, but nobody's ever talking about gamma males.
True.
Well, give it a few months. We might get there.
Maybe.
Let's head over to the Reddit forums. Let's see.
Mhm.
Epsilon males.
But for now, Gamma is spared, and it turns out things aren't going good. They gotta stop Dr. Eggman. Things are dangerous. Sonic tells Tails to, take Amy away and, like, save her, while he faces off against Eggman. But as it turns out, he can't, like, actually face off against Eggman until he transforms the egg carrier back to its old form. So he explores the egg carrier a bit. Oh, it's worth noting, because it hasn't really come up so far, but the egg carrier is a hub world. Like, you can explore it. There's, like, a hidden Chow garden. There's, like, the Chow garden is, like, behind this puzzle room in a room we haven't gotten to yet, where there's, like, these letters that spell out Eggman, and when you spell them out, you get a door to a teleporter. The Chow garden
teleports you to the Sonic Dreams collection.
It teleports you to, like, this island. There's, like, a big missile in it.
That's
it's
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Not as weird, but
so that's the Eggman stage. But anyways, Sonic, like, goes around this map, and he finds the captain's room, the pilot's room. There's, like, a big chair, and when you stand on it, it moves forward and reveals the hidden switch to turn it back to the old form. I guess Eggman was there before, and if he has to, like, change it back and forth, he has to, like, go there and hit the switch.
Eggman must take a big sit in his very fancy chair if he wants to turn off the lights.
It's his gamer chair.
He has to sit in his gamer chair.
So Sonic, Sonic transforms the ship back, and he goes to where Eggman is set up on what looks like a big arena. And Knuckles is there too. And so is Big the Cat.
wow,
Oh, hey, Knuckles. I was wondering when you would show up.
everybody's here. It's just like Smash.
Yeah.
Everyone's here.
And
we have to save Froggy.
they have to save Froggy. Froggy's, like, stuck inside Chaos, who is now on Chaos 6 now, because of all the emeralds. He even got back his missing tail, as we will learn about in Big's route.
Oh, okay. I was curious about that. I thought Chaos was good, so I was like...
I actually know about this for some reason. I think because I've seen, like, bits and pieces of this game. I think Froggy had the tail.
How do you lose your tail if you're mostly just goo?
Magic.
Yeah, that's... I don't know.
I mean, how does
Just
Chaos
grow a new one, dude.
How does Chaos do anything?
Yeah.
It's just a big lumpy goo.
Well, he's Chaos.
Man.
Yeah. So Sonic faces
This
off
is
against
now
Chaos.
a perfect time. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
This is now a perfect time to say, I know I haven't watched the other routes and seen the whole game. Chaos would be a lot more threatening than he was.
Yeah.
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 I like watched
Big gooey man.
I like watched this fight and I was like, wow, this is gonna fucking rule when he comes back at the end of this video. No. No, he doesn't.
No.
It's kind of froggy.
He's
shaped.
Froggy!
He does look like he
He's
became
Big Frog.
Froggy.
That's who Big the Cat was actually trying to save, was
He's a
Chaos
big
and Frog.
frog.
Chaos.
So,
I love
Sonic
Big the
faces
Cat's
off
voice.
against, like...
This is not me making fun of Big the Cat's voice, by the way. I love his voice.
Yes. He has a nice voice.
Yeah, Big the Cat rules.
He's voiced by John St. John, who has since, in the years since, he's like, yeah, I don't enjoy doing that voice. The direction while working on Sonic games was weird. I don't do that voice anymore. But right now he did. So we've got Big the Cat, voiced by the voice of Duke Nukem.
John
Hell
St. John
yeah.
sounds like a fake name.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely
I'm sorry,
made up.
John.
Maybe it's a stage name. I don't know.
Or his parents were just fucking mean.
Yeah. I mean... Anyways, Sonic faces off against Chaos 6. Chaos 6, has, like, tail attacks, bite attacks, a sucking attack. And while all this is happening, Dr. Eggman is, throwing, like, ice bombs at Sonic. And the trick is you grab the ice bombs, you throw them into Chaos's mouth when he's doing the suck, and Chaos freezes, and Sonic, like, attacks Chaos while he's frozen.
You would think after the first time, Eggman would just stop
Mhm.
throwing ice bombs.
Well, he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
He does say, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
He's shocked.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking shocked. Should he be? I don't know.
Sonic beats Chaos 6. And the egg carrier is crashing now, so Sonic jumps off of it and lands in the jungle section of the Mystic Ruins. And when he lands, he sees that an entrance is rising out of the pyramid in there. It's worth noting, the pyramid does have, like, echidna statues outside of it.
It's all connected. I just don't know in what way.
Sonic goes inside, and we get the next stage of the game, the Lost World. Lost World's, like, a big temple, echidna ruins. There's, like, a lot of water. There's, like, sections where you're, like, there's, like, a rising water level section where you have to ride on a big stone snake and hit switches. There's a section where you shine lights on mirrors and, like, this dark passageway. Since it's an ancient temple section, of course, there's a section where you have to outrun a boulder. There's, like, these enemies that look like weird chaos lizards. And there's this, room where you've got, like, shifting tiles that you have to, like, press a button to activate so you can connect the tiles and run on them along the walls. It looks a little janky, but hey, Dreamcast game, 1998.
Yeah, what can you do?
Mhm.
The whole game looks a little janky, but, like, charmingly so.
Yeah. Eventually Sonic gets to the end, and he sees a big mural that's depicting the fall of the Echidna civilization at the hands of a water god. While he's there, like, the water's bubbling, and he gets teleported into the past.
Return to the past now!
Snap back to reality.
He's in a... He's...
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there goes gravity. He ends up outside this flaming temple. There is, like, dead Chow on the ground and an echidna girl. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's like, why? Why did this have to happen?
How could this happen to me?
And
my mistakes. Sorry.
And yeah, she runs up into the middle of the temple where the Master Emerald is, and Sonic gets taken back to the present.
Sonic says, "I'll never think about this again."
Yeah, there's no reason why the tutorial orb told me to go to this temple. None at all. I
will never think about this ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention it,
Good
but
thing
like...
none of this matters.
Yeah. I forgot to mention it, but yeah, the tutorial orb is like going into the temple, which is why Sonic goes in there. But right now, Sonic notices Eggman flying off into his base, which is also in the Mystic Ruins. So he goes after him. Yeah. So we get this little section that's like Eggman's base. There's like these tubes with different versions of Metal Sonic in them. And there's a button puzzle where you have to jump on buttons. If you jump on one, the adjacent ones either turn on or off. And the goal is to just turn them all on, and go inside to the final stage of Sonic's story, Final Egg.
Final Egg just dropped.
It's this big tech base and a robot factory. Like, the first section looks like some sort of robot factory.
Welcome to the robot factory.
I got you an egg.
There's, like, conveyor belts, there's, like, these spinning cylinders, there's all sorts of robots. There's this second section where it's, like, a big tube going down, and you have to, like, run along the sides and across the middle. And then there's, like, this third area that's got, like, rooms full of, like, these weird bouncy crabs that just keep spawning endlessly, and like they explode, so you've got to like be restrained. You have to use restraint with like your homing attack to get through it. Like you can just like keep doing the homing attack indefinitely if you're not like careful. And then there's like this training area that has dummies shaped like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles. And then you get to the end of the stage. Sonic... Oh, there's also this fucking elevator that's like spider legs that climbs up and down. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it rules.
That is cool.
Yeah. And... Yeah. And Sonic, like, faces off against the final boss of his story, the Egg Viper. Eggman's in this, like, big snake mech. It shoots lasers. It has, like, saw blades that you have to jump on to attack him. And whenever he attacks you, he will say, "Get a load of this!" And he'll, like, say it again for each individual attack.
Get a load of this, motherfucker.
Get a load of this.
God. Bit much.
Yeah, Sonic is able to beat him pretty easily, though.
And I'm, at this point in the video, looking at our timestamp and going like, wow, that Chaos fight's gonna be real short. That final Chaos fight. You know, the main villain? The ancient god which destroyed the Echidna race?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him in all his glory.
Nothing.
Not around.
Nothing.
Well, yeah.
Nada.
Yeah.
Not here.
So, yeah. There's a final attack, which is like a suicide attack where he like tries to crash into Sonic. It's also worth noting that he has like attacks that like destroy the platform Sonic is on. So you've got to like watch out for that.
You gotta love this.
There's a lot of opportunities for accidentally jumping into an instant death pit. But Sonic is able to beat Dr. Eggman one last time. And we get this final sequence of Sonic running around in the Mystic Ruins with Tails. And his theme music plays. He seems to sing along to it. And he poses. And the credits roll. I'd like to take a moment to read off the lyrics to Sonic's theme, It Doesn't Matter. A big thing about, like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 is that it's got these lyrical tracks, and the lyrical tracks in Sonic Adventure 1 are very much meant to, like, double as a form of characterization for each character. Each one has, like, their own lyrics, with the exception of Gamma, which is more instrumental with some, like, voice clips in it. But here is It Doesn't Matter. Well, I don't show off. Don't criticize. I'm just living by my own feelings. And I won't give in. Won't compromise. I just only have a steadfast heart of gold. I don't know why. I can't leave, though it might be tough. But I ain't out of control, just living by my word. Don't ask me why. I don't need a reason. I got my own way. My own way. It doesn't matter now what happens. I will never give up the fight. There is no way I will run away from all of my frights. Long as the voice inside me says go, I will always keep on running. There is no way to stop me from going to the very top. It doesn't matter who is wrong or who is right. Oh yeah. Well, I won't look back. I don't need to. Time won't wait, and I got so much to do. Where do I stop? It's all a blur and so unclear. Well, I don't know, but I can't be wrong. This fight is not for anybody. This is purely for myself. There is no way I'm gonna give up till the very end. I can't tell what is wrong and what is right. I've gotta find the answer. But until I do, there's no way I will ever give up. Place all your bets on the one you think is right. And then a bunch of yeahs, ohs, a refrain of the chorus. Yeah. I guess that's what Sonic's deal is. He doesn't...
Whoa.
He seems to live in the moment. He just does what is...
He seems to forget when his friends die in a plane crash.
Yeah,
Maybe.
He lives in the moment, but also he's not too confident. Or he said something about, like... I don't know. Never mind. There was something that did not seem very Sonic-like in the lyrics, but I don't remember what it was.
He seems to think, well, I gotta do the right thing, and I'm always doing the right thing. And if I'm not, then who cares? Because it doesn't matter.
Sonic is well aware that he is the protagonist.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's his theme song. That's his story. And in the future, we'll get to talk about other characters' stories. Honestly, I will consider, but I'm not 100% certain. Like, definitely, like, some of the later stories are pretty short, so I could probably do, like, multiple ones in one session.
Yeah, Big the Cat was like an hour, so...
Yeah. Big the Cat has, like, 3 stages. Yeah. Same with Amy.
And all of them better do with Froggy.
Yeah. They are all about Froggy. Your goal in every Big the Cat stage is to find the pool Froggy's in and then fish him out of it.
Hell fucking yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does Big the Cat fish Froggy out of chaos? Might be spoilers.
Yes, actually.
Hell yes.
That is spoilers, but yes. That's his boss fight. It's really easy because there's nothing... it's not very hard to fish him out. It's great.
I was gonna say, Sonic did say he was going to help Big the Cat get Froggy out of chaos, but he did just explode chaos, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so... I'm gonna roll for next week. That is a 9, so we'll be talking about more Sonic Boom. I'm thinking, like, we cover... Yeah, I'm thinking we cover, like, 2 stages at least, maybe 3, figure out where we left off, and, like, go up to the next, like, major boss fight.
Back to Weird fucking Vibe Zone.
Yeah. Yeah, the Weird Vibe Zone. The
Strange Zone. The Twilight Zone, maybe.
Yeah. So, until then, we've got questions. Let's see. If you want to send in a question, you can either respond to our Twitter, @ShuffleSonic, in response to an Ask post, or answer anytime at your leisure in the Ask Zone of our Discord, linked in the Twitter and in the show notes of every episode. Let's see, checking real quick if we got anything on Twitter. Nothing on Twitter. So, we've got 4 questions here. Our first comes from Kitty the Cat, friend of the show, host of Strangers Fiction, Violet, who asks, if you could add any detail to the tail end of Sonic's story, what would it be? And would it be something sillier or some more character/world building?
I mean, I assume fighting chaos. I mean, I guess that's probably after
the main threat of this game.
I have a feeling that you do fight perfect chaos. It's just not yet, you know?
Yeah.
I should tell you, like, after every character... after you complete all 6 stories, you get the final story, which is where you actually face off against perfect chaos. Let's...
I would, to fit to my brand, I would add, after Eggman explodes... Dr. Starline would float down and he would use his Infinity Gauntlet with all the Chaos Emeralds to Thanos snap half the characters away.
Okay.
But not Sonic. What if he, like, does half the Earth, but, like, he doesn't get to choose? So, like, Sonic is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic is still there looking at him pissed, and he's like, damn. Was really hope you would be one of them. Just damn. Let's try this again.
I'm thinking. I fucked up.
Yeah, I'm thinking Starline just like rescues Eggman from the egg from his like machine and like carries him off into the sunset.
Oh hell, fucking yes!
You're so right. You're so right. What if Shadow appeared in this game?
What if Shadow just was there?
Like, he doesn't show up till, like, The second one.
What if he showed up at the
what
end?
If he was in the first one?
And then said nothing?
Yeah, he
didn't say anything. He just stood there. He was just like a teaser.
Yeah. What if he just like as like Sonic is like celebrating, off in the distance you see Shadow like standing there, arms folded. He scoffs and walks off. And what if? No, wait a minute. I got it.
Uh-huh.
This is the post-credit scene to Sonic's story. It's like you see Sonic posing, but it's from another angle, and then it like zooms out a little, and you see Shadow the Hedgehog, like brooding menacingly, and like says, "Ha, good enough."
God.
Have you guys ever seen like the old Dragon Ball Z movies, like where normally at the end of them it would either be like Vegeta or Piccolo just kind of chilling, doing nothing, while everyone else was celebrating somewhere else?
Oh,
I'm imagining that with Shadow.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I'm imagining that with Shadow. Like everyone's cheering and Shadow's just chilling somewhere, like brooding for no reason.
I mean, what is Shadow other than the Vegeta of Sonic?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He literally goes Super Saiyan
Who is
like
the Piccolo
Sonic
of Sonic?
does.
Is that Knuckles?
That's Knuckles.
That's gotta be Knuckles.
Is Knuckles the Piccolo?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay,
yeah.
so Knuckles is also there for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're both just like floating on a rock or some shit, not talking to each other.
Yeah. They're like on the opposite ends, just facing away from each other.
Well, Sonic very deliberately poses in the background.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, at least Knuckles was in this game, though, you know?
Oh, hey, Knuckles! Was wondering when you show up. Thought you got lost.
Thought you died. Hey, Knuckles. Thought you died. Like my friend Tails.
Oh, there you are, Knuckles. We thought you were
Sonic,
dead.
you're right here.
Oh, fuck, Amy, you're here too?
Damn, I lost track of everyone.
Damn, I thought you were all dead. Oh well.
I thought you all got
Once you leave my
Thanos
cone of
snapped.
vision, I forget about you completely.
Eggman snapped.
Yeah, that's why when he like meets up with Tails, he says, "Long time no see."
Sonic, we saw each other an hour ago.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
For someone who moves so fast.
James the Cat Girl asks, "What cool but useless ability would you add to Sonic Adventure?"
Cool, but completely useless.
I'm thinking a, like, move where he, like, you get a charge your power move, but it doesn't actually do anything. He just sort of, like, goes into, like, a power-up pose, a fucking DBZ charging your power pose, and he starts glowing. But you don't, like, charge up anything. He just does that. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I like that, but it helps you float.
Oh,
like you
yeah,
float there
definitely.
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
The exact opposite of what Sonic wants to do. He just sits there idly.
What if Sonic could, like, I mean, not to bring up Slappers Only again, but they were talking about Mario Sunshine, and, like, what if Sonic could also just, like, go belly flop and, like, skate around on water on his stomach?
Right.
Like,
to bring up...
he doesn't have a flood, but he can just do it. He can just, like, find a puddle and, like, and he's still going fast. He's just going fast on his stomach. He's slip sliding around.
To bring up Slappers Only in their most hated video game, what if Sonic had a Keyblade?
Damn, what if Sonic had a Keyblade?
Okay,
Shit.
Damn,
what if Sonic had a Keyblade?
I think that's just interstitial. I think that's just playing the game of interstitial.
Yeah, you give Sonic a Keyblade, he's got the hero, he's got the move where he's too stupid to fool.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, Chaos is still basically just a Heartless.
Yeah.
Chaos is kind of a Heartless. It's kind of just a big
Chaos
Heartless.
it's kind of just a big Heartless.
A big
Yeah.
list.
Not to be rude to
you
the
go-
media property of Sonic.
Yeah. Sonic, like, Kingdom
Sonic
Hearts
came first, so...
Mhm.
Yeah,
If
so not to be
anything.
rude to you, Sonic. He's kind of just a big heartless.
Yeah, Sonic just goes into the media properties of other Sega games like Yakuza, 2 Point Hospital, Alex Kidd, etc.
God.
Could you imagine if Kazuma Kiryu had a story in this game?
That would be good.
Like, actually, the post-credit scene is not Shadow or anyone like that. It's just Kiryu.
I do love that.
No,
I
wait,
mean-
it's Majima. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's Majima.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I want
Sonic-chan.
I want Shadow to meet... I guess Majima? I'm not as familiar with Yakuza.
I feel like Shadow would enjoy Majima.
Right. I think Shadow would hang out with Kiryu. Let's see. Drashura asks, how disappointing was it that Mecha and Metal Sonic don't actually do anything? So,
Yeah, they are like in this game in a glass case.
yeah. You don't get to, like, fight them. Maybe we could add, like, a boss. We could add, like, them as secret bosses or something. You have to, like, collect all 7 emeralds and then visit them, and you have to, like, plug in the second controller, and so on and so forth.
Why wasn't the strategy to...
You find
sorry.
Metal Sonic under the truck.
Right.
Why wasn't the plan of Eggman
Mew.
not to fuse, like, Chaos with Metal Sonic?
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
been sick.
That would have been
That
so
would
fucking
be
cool.
sick.
Like, that was like a little teaser of Eggman being like, hey, I'm gonna put that goo in that robot.
Mhm.
I mean, he probably thought he could just do it with Chaos.
Well, obviously not, because
alone.
Big Froggy form didn't do anything.
Right. So... I'm
Is that
thinking...
just a symbiotic relationship now?
Yeah, they have a psychic link
Aw.
with each other.
Just like Venom.
Fucked up.
Yeah. So... What the hell was I going... Oh! Right. I was going to mention that, in Sonic Adventure DX, Director's Cut, the not as good port, if you collect they add emblems into that version of the game, since there were emblems in Sonic Adventure 2, and if you collect all of them, you unlock Metal Sonic as, like, a playable character in, like, Stage Select. You can't, like, use him in, like, the open world, but you can, like, go through Sonic stages as him.
Doesn't he kind of have his own story in 2?
No, Metal Sonic isn't in 2. He doesn't show up again
I thought
until...
he was.
He's a playable character in the Versus mode.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was just Versus for some reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he shows up in a modern Sonic game until Sonic Heroes, though maybe, yeah, he shows up in Sonic Heroes.
I guess he doesn't really have much of a personality, to be fair, so I wouldn't know what you would do for a Metal Sonic story. I'd be interested in what they would do for that.
Yeah, I know...
Him and Dr. Starline bond.
Ooh.
I mean, the first year's...
That's the trio.
The plot of the first year of Sonic IDW is about Metal Sonic doing stuff like... he's like the real antagonist of that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to read all of IDW, I guess.
You should. Don't even, you have my explicit permission to just read them. Don't even bother with, having to go through this podcast, because it'll be a million years before we get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna collect so much knowledge.
I'll just have 2 teachers for IDW.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my extracurricular.
Yeah.
I'm going to cram school.
Heath the Mouse asks, if you could design a new form for chaos, what would it look like?
Big fucking jellyfish.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good.
That just makes me think of Nihilego from Pokemon, because like
Exactly. Perfect form.
just like merges with what's her face, Lusamine or whatever.
Lucimere. Yeah.
Lusamine.
I mean, I'm now thinking about Eggman making a robot version of Chaos, and that's just like he's got like a big like engine in the middle of him, and he's got like parts of him are like coated in metal. It sounds cool.
That does sound cool. I like your idea better, because for some reason, than what I was gonna say, not better than fucking jellyfish, but like better than my idea. I keep thinking for some reason that it was like jigglier than it actually was, and that it was gonna be like, you know how like in Spirited Away when No Face eats too much, it gets all like goopy.
Ooh. And he can make like the field.
That is cool.
He can make the field like sticky, so Sonic can't run around as easily.
Yeah.
That's good boss design right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Your two have like more aesthetically pleasing, but actually I feel like the jellyfish could maybe do something with a sticky floor too, though.
Yeah. Electrify the floors.
And if we're talking about sticky, it could also like collect mechanical parts as it's fighting.
Ooh.
Like it takes chunks off like the big old helicarrier that it's on and like attaches it to itself.
Ooh.
This is good boss design right here.
Cool.
That's 3 phases.
Fuck yeah. So that wraps up our questions. We rolled. So let's take it to a close. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee/big_challenges. From there, you can find my Twitter at Bigger Challenge. You can find the other podcasts I do, which include Pot of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. We are making our way through season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It's really good. There's some wild shit that's gonna come up. In fact, by the time you hear this, you'll have heard us talk about, and we haven't recorded this yet, but we will talk about a fucking, like, alien who looks like a dolphin. That
I love the Neos heroes.
Yeah. Jaden's gonna get the Neos heroes.
Wait, that makes me realize I haven't like been fully keeping up because life hard. I realized that you guys are now actually past the part where Jaden loses one duel and goes blind.
Yeah, that happened. That was wild.
He loses one duel and just blacks out.
It be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Shaded schmoopy.
You can listen to Stranger's Fiction, an actual play podcast focused on one-shots. We are working our way through uploading all of the playtest of Interstitial that we did a while back. Let's see. We are on episode let me see. Shit. There it is. The most recent one to go up as of this recording is episode 7, where we went to the world of DuckTales and found like this secret hidden off area that's just like Minecraft as fuck. I distinctly remember a part where my character Kazuma Kiryu couldn't hit a woman because of a supernatural force that keeps him from hurting women. Yeah.
It's the juice.
Let's see. Episode... I think we did like 10 episodes, so that'll be ending pretty soon. You can listen to Video Game, the movie, the podcast, a monthly video game movie podcast I do with my friend Maxie Satan on Saturday, or the Saturday. By the time you hear this, we'll have already uploaded our episode on the Sonic OVA. So if you want to hear about the OVA again, go ahead and listen to that. We really got into it. It was neat. And next month, July, which I am saying because this will be going up on July 3rd, we will be talking about Street Fighter the movie. Yeah, you can look forward to that. Oh, yeah, and last but not least, you can visit at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. Happy belated birthday, Sonic the Hedgehog. And coming up is, Happy 4th of Shit, Xbox.
Happy 4th of Shit, Xbox.
Yeah. This whole thing smacks of gender. Yeah, that's it. You can... What else? Is there anything else? I don't think anything else. Okay, so... Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcast, Departure Lounge, an airplane-themed Hunter x Hunter watching podcast, where my co-pilots rewatch it. I watch it for the first time. That's it. Devon, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Groovin Ghastly, and you can also find me on a Hunter x Hunter themed podcast called Gone Will Hunting. We just did a wrap-up episode of the Greed Island arc, and we're heading into Chimera Ant, and we will be there for the next 5 years, because it is very long.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so... What else is there? Yeah, you can visit us at ShuffleSonic on Twitter, and you can join the Discord from there. Join in on the conversation. I got very excited while talking about Sonic the Hedgehog's symphony in the chat, along with other people there. You can also... Oh, and we are part of Noisespace.xyz. Noisespace.xyz is a Canada-based but worldwide podcast incubator with all sorts of wonderful shows, including ones I've already listed off, like VGTMTP and Pot of Greed. You can... This week's alphabetical shout-out is Music for Molehills. Seda is here to harness the power of song to solve only your tiniest, most minuscule problems. There are 2 episodes of this podcast.
Aw.
Quick listen.
But
worth it.
Yeah. They're from... One was uploaded on April 20th of 2018, 420, nice. And the other was August 28th of 2018. That's it. I maybe listen to it. It's good, probably. I haven't listened. And as always, Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He's the only blue life that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.